Hello, Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for May 2023, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now? As always, I've pulled the overall oracle cards for the reading and clarified those, and then I've pulled the overall theme for the reading and clarified that one. I've actually added in an extra deck this week, so I have this clarifying deck that I use to clarify the oracle cards, and then I have a different clarifying deck that we'll use in the extended. So I don't know why. I just felt like kind of mixing things up this week. So that's the way that we're going to do the messages. As always, any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Taurus. In your recent past, you're very close to achieving your goal with the Star card. So there is something that you've been hoping for. Something, and I mean like really hoping for, like hoping, wishing. Like the Star card is like, I don't know, like I'm specifically picturing like being guided by a star too. So it's something that you feel like you've been very guided to. You've been kind of following the signs to get to where you are. And I feel like now you're kind of just waiting for, I don't know if it's confirmation or a specific outcome. I don't know. But I do know that you've been hoping for something here. Now, in your current energy, you have adjustments are required with the Fool in reverse. So this is some sort of a new beginning that is trying to make its way into your life, but isn't able to because there are adjustments that are needed. So I'm not quite sure what those adjustments are. We'll see when we tap into tarot. But my guess is it has something to do with stepping out of your comfort zone. And the reason I say that is because you have step out of your comfort zone. And then this Three of Wands is literally the card of stepping out of your comfort zone. I kind of chuckled when that came out because I was like, oh, that makes sense. So some sort of action out of your comfort zone is needed. Maybe you're like, well, I am already out of my comfort zone, or I've already kind of taken all the steps that I know how to take. Either the signs, will start to point in the direction of you taking further action, or this is just kind of talking about continuing down the same path, continuing to do what you've been doing. But you do have adjustments, so I'm not sure if it is continuing. I don't know. We'll see. Now, the overall energy for the reading, the overall theme for the reading is the Strength card with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, this isn't from a tarot deck. This is from an oracle deck, but the Strength card is. But I'm still kind of taking it as like confidence, like the Strength card in tarot. Something just came through to me, though. If you look at this card, it's like, I don't know why, but the weight of the world being on your shoulders is kind of what's coming through for me here. I mean, just kind of like, it just feels like he's bearing the weight of, like, the way that I'm seeing this is like a dark cloud. Like, it's like he's bearing some sort of burden here. But then with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it's in reverse. I just accidentally. This is releasing a burden. So it's something that you've been carrying with you. I don't know if it's an emotional burden, a physical burden, a material burden, is needing to be released, and I feel like that's what the adjustment is. But to do this, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. So let's see what tarot has to say here. Let's start, Taurus, by looking at your recent past. You are very close to achieving your goal. Recent past for Taurus, please. Clarifying you're very close to achieving your goal. What was Taurus dealing with in their recent past? What has Taurus been dealing with? Ooh, okay. So Strength in reverse, right? Interesting. Actually, it's times like these that I do wish I pulled these overall energies in a video, because when I pulled this Strength, it did come out in reverse. And like I tried to put it over here, and when I pull my cards, I don't necessarily take them as they fall. Most of the time I do, but sometimes intuitively I'll be like, okay, they need to be flipped around, or, this one goes this way. But anyway, what I'm saying is this one felt like it was supposed to be upside down, but I never really pull oracle cards in reverse. So it's interesting because then the Strength card in reverse came out in your recent past. And so what I'm seeing here is there's this, I feel like, okay, you've been dealing with wanting to receive. I don't know what this is, but you feel like you've put energy into something and you're ready to receive from it. Now, what I feel like you're struggling with is believing that that's going to come regardless of the fact that it hasn't made its way to you yet. And in order for us to receive, we have to believe so deeply that it's coming our way that we are grateful for it before it even arrives. And that's difficult. That's a hard thing to do. I'm sorry. I'm going to move this really quick because it's honestly kind of bothering me. I'm just going to pop it right there. Okay. It's hard to believe that you are going to receive before it arrives because oftentimes we base our beliefs on our material world, on our experiences, right? So this is a need to get out of the habit of that and to see through what you're experiencing and remember that your beliefs create your reality. If you believe that something is coming your way, if you believe you're going to receive, and if you believe you're deserving of it, then you wouldn't be worried about it arriving. But there's something that you're wanting, and I don't know what that receive is, what that is you wanting to receive. It's like, is it financial abundance, love? Is it an outcome? You know, this is a general reading, so do try to take it as it resonates. All right, recent past here for Taurus. Ooh, that one popped out. You have the Judgment. Oh, okay. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. So Judgment, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Wands in reverse. See, this card to me is lack of taking action. Lack of taking action toward something. But I feel like you have. That's what's interesting. Or maybe there's a specific action that's needed. Maybe you're not aware of it yet. Maybe we'll get insight into that as we keep going. But what you're needing to really look at is look at your, because you have the Judgment and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Try to take a look at your lack mentality. Your mentality around the concept of, if you've experienced a life of lack, if you've experienced a life of struggle, if you've experienced a lack of abundance for, most of your life, it's really hard to believe that abundance is going to find you. But again, one of the biggest, most important aspects of a manifestation journey or a creation journey or a life journey, just one of the most important aspects, is realizing that your results start with your beliefs. Your beliefs are the root of what you experience, or the root of your results. And right now, you've been experiencing lack. You've been experiencing less than what you feel you deserve. And that's because that's what your belief system aligns with. Your belief system aligns with the belief that you are always going to be in a lack. And so this is kind of this need to shift from a lack mindset into an abundance mindset. Now, when we're in an abundance mindset, we have a tendency to take a lot more risks, to step out of our comfort zone more, because we're not afraid of what we might lose. We're hopeful about what we might gain. And so I feel like a lack mindset is keeping you from taking a specific action that's needed, that's outside of your comfort zone, in order to receive what it is that you're wanting. Let's get more for Taurus's recent past. Yeah, because there it is right there. Temperance in reverse with the Four of Wands in reverse. You've been in an energy of frustration because there's a Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You haven't received, like, it just feels like your ships haven't come in yet. And though this is your recent past energy, I feel like this is still what you're dealing with in your current energy. So your recent past was feeling pretty frustrated. And with the Four of Wands in reverse, this is kind of talking about how that's not a stable foundation to build on. Because here's the thing. If you're frustrated about a certain level of abundance that hasn't made its way to you yet, and you haven't worked through that energy and those feelings, and whatever it is that you're wanting arrives and alleviates that frustration, the frustration and the fear of it never coming will turn into the fear of it going away. And that fear of it going away will lead you to sabotage. It's kind of the way the human brain works. If we are not at a place where we feel we are deserving or capable or believe that we are worthy or whatever the case is, the universe won't give us what it is that we want, especially if it's meant for us, until we do get to a place where we belief that, we are capable, deserving, worthy. And so if you're dealing with this frustration recently, honestly, the way that I'm seeing it in this reading is it's the universe kind of saying you're on the right track. You're doing the right things. You're making the right moves. You just have to believe in the bigger picture. You have to think bigger picture. You have to believe that there's more going on behind the scenes than you might realize. Current energy for Taurus, clarifying adjustments are required with the Fool in reverse. Current energy for Taurus, please. Current energy for Taurus. Yeah, there it is. You have the Justice, the Moon in reverse, and there's the Eight of Swords here. And there's the Four of Swords in reverse. So, like I just kind of mentioned, the universe won't give us what it is that we are wanting until we believe that we are both capable of achieving, receiving, and also sustaining it. Because, in the grand scheme of things, attracting abundance is actually not difficult to do. It's sustaining and holding on to the vibration of that abundance that is difficult. And the reason for that being is that our fears and our limiting beliefs and our society's expectations and all of that kind of starts to take over. And we have a tendency to fall back in old habits. And that's okay, because that's part of the process. Now, what I'm saying with this message is you're in an energy right now of really working through a lot of fear, because you have limiting beliefs that are keeping you from what it is you want. Now, remember, 95% of our movements, choices, decisions, actions, response to our reality, it comes from our subconscious. And our subconscious is going to be a product of either what we have experienced or what we want to experience. If we have experienced lack, if we have experienced limitation, if we have experienced failure, and we have yet to experience the abundance we want, and we haven't done the work to reprogram our subconscious, well, then our beliefs are going to align with what it is that we've experienced, which is lack, right? Now, the more that we can work through our fears and face those limiting beliefs and realize that there is more that's possible for us than what we've experienced, the more that we start to align our belief system with the what it is we want to experience, with an abundance mindset, with an abundance reality. And as I mentioned, 95% of your movements, choices, decisions, actions, your response to reality, it comes from your subconscious. So in order to change your material world, it starts with changing your beliefs about your material world. And whether or not you are consciously involved in the process, when you are on a manifestation journey, when you're on a creation journey, it happens behind the scenes. So that is what's going on right now. You are working through all of these fears, all of these limiting beliefs, your insecurities, your doubts, everything that is keeping you from this justice, what you deserve, subconsciously. So your subconscious is playing a more powerful role in your current energy than you realize. All right, current energy here for Taurus. Current energy for Taurus. Ooh, okay. See, you're in an energy of disappointment. With this Five of Swords here, it's like this the Five of Swords to me is survival mode, but it can also be like this you against the world mentality, this belief that the universe doesn't have your back. And that's where this disappointment is stemming from. Because if you were able to believe that you are deserving, worthy, capable, all those things that I was speaking of before, then you wouldn't have the doubt that what it is that you want is coming your way, because you would be able to say, I'm a good person, I'm deserving of good things, my intentions are aligned, I'm doing the best I can, therefore I know the universe has my back and is going to provide me with what it is that I want and need on this path. But at the moment, you're aligned more with the belief that you aren't going to receive because you don't believe the universe has your back. Now, sure, straight, off the top of that, you can say, okay, yes, my belief is that the universe doesn't have my back, but go dig a little bit deeper into that, because why don't you believe that? Do you believe you are undeserving? Do you believe it's not capable? You're not capable? Do you believe it's not possible for you? What is the belief beyond the surface that's keeping you from believing that you are deserving of attaining and receiving whatever it is that you want. Because remember, we have the strength card here. Confidence is the key to this. And it's not just confidence in yourself in the sense of like, oh, I walk into a room and I have, I'm confident in the way I look and who I am and that people like me. That's not what I mean. I mean confidence in knowing who you are and what you deserve, knowing that you are doing the best you can, knowing that the universe supports you in your decision making moving forward. That's where your focus needs to be right now. Not on what you do or do not have, but the reasons why you haven't been able to attract what it is that you want. So that's kind of what you're dealing with in your current energy. I want to know what this adjustment is. What is this adjustment? Maybe it's an adjustment of your belief system more so than actual action. It feels like action though, but maybe your beliefs need to align with the action first. So let's see. Let's clarify this adjustments are required. What adjustments are required here for Taurus? Because this Fool, this new beginning, whatever it is that you're wanting, is trying to bring its way into your life. I mean, this is just more about lack mindset. 6 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and 8 of Swords. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse for me is kind of a lack of gratitude. Not kind of, it is. It's a lack of gratitude. Now, that does not mean that you are an ungrateful person and that you are a bad person because you lack gratitude. That's not what I'm saying. We all have a tendency to fall into a lack mindset. We all have a tendency to lose sight of what it is that we are grateful for. But this is more of giving you, this is like an advice kind of message here. Because your first response might be, okay, well, how do I shift my mindset from a lack to an abundance mentality? And my answer is and always will be gratitude. Focus on what you are grateful for today. Even if there are a million things that you are ungrateful for and a million things that you wish that you could bring into your life but haven't been able to, a million different changes that you wish you could make to your reality, focus on the things that you are grateful for today, because what you focus on expands. What you give energy to, you create more. And so if you're focusing on the lack, if you're focusing on, not all the things that you don't yet have, the more that you shift your focus to that, the more you're going to experience the same thing. This is about needing to shift from a lack to an abundance mindset. And that will literally change your reality. The quote goes, as above, so below, as within, so without. As we create our world within, as we create our belief system, as we create ourselves, from the ground up within, those beliefs will be reflected into your current reality. And so right now is a time to focus on shifting your mindset from lack to abundance. Now, I want more on this. So before we look at your future, I want to clarify this strength card with the 10 of Wands in reverse, because I want to know what this burden is you've been carrying. It might just be a lack mindset, because that's kind of what this reminds me of, right? It's like it's the burden of a dark cloud, the burden of a mindset, because it's like a thought bubble, right? So that definitely could be what that's saying. Actually, I think that definitely is. I still want to clarify it. Strength with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Strength with the 10 of Wands in reverse. It's hopelessness. You have this level of hopelessness here. And I feel like there's something you're needing to leave behind. A mindset or something that's burdensome to you. Okay, so let's use that to transition into your immediate future, because this is where you have step out of your comfort zone. Immediate future for Taurus, clarifying step out of your comfort zone. What does Taurus need to know about their immediate future? This is for Taurus's immediate future. Step out of your comfort zone. There's something in your life that's imbalanced. There's the Star. And there's that lack of action again. The Queen of Wands in reverse. So you can hope all day long, but there's action that's needed. Because there's something, it's like you're not being totally honest with yourself about something in your life that doesn't fit. It doesn't allow, oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that. There's the Three of Wands, which is what this Three of Wands is. This is the stepping out of your comfort zone. There's something in your life that doesn't fit. It doesn't fit in with where you're trying to go. And I feel like you're holding on to it because you fear if you let it go, nothing better will ever take its place. Or like you're afraid to let go. Maybe you're pursuing like a 9 to 5 and a passion at the same time. And the passion is like starting to take off, or you're starting to generate income or something. This is what it has to be. This is just an example. But you're holding on to something that doesn't serve you, like that 9 to 5, because you're afraid that if you let go to pursue this passion path, that you're not going to receive, or you're going to fail, or you're going to end up with nothing, or whatever the case is. But there's something here that doesn't, it's like it doesn't align with you. And you know that, Taurus. There's something here that you're fully aware of that just doesn't fit anymore. Immediate future for Taurus. But your lack mindset is keeping you from taking the action. Immediate future for Taurus. There's the Five of Swords. I mean, this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is like doubt in what it is you're trying to build here. And then there's the King of Wands in reverse, which is kind of speaking of, this is your doubt. It's a little different than the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is kind of more just like lack of action. This is doubt in your ability to pursue, to take action towards what it is. So it is also a lack of action, but it kind of is a little bit more than that. But there's that Five of Swords, that you against the world mentality. So you doubt what it is you're building because you don't believe that it's, or what it could just be what it is you want to build. Like you want a relationship that is full of unconditional love, and you're staying in one that isn't because you're afraid of having nothing kind of energy. It's like you're not pursuing, you're not taking the action you want because you don't believe, because there's a lack mindset. Immediate future for Taurus. Immediate future for Taurus, please. Oh. You're afraid of the instability that might come. So you're using whatever this is that I don't know if you need to walk away from it. I think you need to walk away from it. But you're holding on to whatever this is because it gives you a source of control. It makes you feel more in control. It's interesting because, and that goes back to what I was saying, like your control is what has kept you alive your whole life. So of course you're holding on to your control, because in your mind, without your own control, you wouldn't be alive. But that's where your belief system gets in the way. You believe only in alignment with what you have experienced, not in alignment with what you want to experience. And so there's a lot going on here, but it comes down to realizing that it kind of feels like, yeah, let me see. What is this? Can we get any information on what this action is? What is this action that Taurus needs to take? What is this action that Taurus needs to take? Something's holding you back. What is this action that Taurus needs to take? You have the Sun with the Empress in reverse. Had the Three of Wands, which is step out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's too specific. It's action that, what this is saying is where you're staying with the Empress in reverse, it's not You're not putting yourself first. You're not choosing your happiness. So this is what this is basically saying. Choose what makes you happy, not what you feel you have to hold on to survive. But there's something holding you back, Taurus. I feel like, you know it. You know what that is. I don't need to tell you. All right, we are going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to clarify these messages and then jump into some of the advice. Thank you so much, Taurus, as always, for the support of my channel. It means the absolute world to me. As always, I hope that this reading resonated with you in a way that you are needing today, and I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Taurus.